Oh, those Trumpsters that drank the Kool-Aid, people who watch Fox News, they are such idiots. Fox News, Fair and Balanced, yeah. Why can't they watch real shows like MSNBC, NBC, CBS? They watch Fox News. It gives them their propaganda, you know? Give me a break. Really? Stay tuned. It's amazing. We've talked about this, that the coverage given to Trump's historic trip overseas, and how it seems to be only one show, Fox News, is giving it the coverage it deserves. The rest of them are totally ignoring it and talking about the imaginary collusion with Russia and all the other crap. Jill Reed, who I call the smiling joker, she's got that insipid, deceptively looking smile where she goes and makes up lies about Trump. On Saturday, she's got a panel of 5 people, and they're not talking about the trip at all, except to attack him. Some guy she had on was Muslim, and he was saying, how dare this Trump, how dare he lecture to us about fairness and rights and all. How dare he wasn't lecturing anybody. Mm-hmm. He gave a speech that was welcomed by everybody, but they're all there nodding in agreement. Nika Brzezinski on Monday, I think I told you about this, starts the Morning Joe show, starts it with the very first thing out of her mouth. The president's trip overseas has been overshadowed by late-breaking events regarding the Russian collusion in an election. The late-breaking events happen to be things we heard about 8 to 10 days ago. Never said anything about the trip. The Scarborough's sitting there with his glasses, trying to look pensive and all. I wonder if she knows Scarborough tried to get hired by Fox. Chris Matthews, I watched him last night. He's like a parrot. Yeah. Impeachment. We got to talk impeachment. We got to talk impeachment. We got to talk impeachment. Nothing about the visit overseas. Nothing. Now, of course, there's Chuck Todd, who I cannot stomach with his smooth talking crap and all, anti-Trump and all. And, of course, Rachel Maddow, you know. What can you say about Rachel? What they're all doing, they're appealing to their base. Their ratings are up because they're attacking Trump incessantly, so they're not reporting any news.
No, their opinion. It's not news, it's their opinion.
Whereas Fox News is the only one talking, showing about his trip overseas and playing the speeches he's making. They televise a speech, one of the speeches. I think we switched between Fox and MSNBC. And MSNBC, they were just basically showing him talking, but they were talking over him. Whereas Fox News paid him the courtesy that he deserved to let him, They did a study, I don't know if anybody knows about this, somebody may have heard it, Harvard, about fair and balanced news, about coverage and negative versus positive regarding Trump. And on MSNBC and NBC and CBS all collectively, 90%, 97%, I believe, as high as 97% of the coverage on Trump is negative. Totally negative. Fox News, on the other hand, 100% of it's positive for Trump. I just lied. What did they say? 57% of Fox News is negative with Trump. Is that a surprise? Yeah. It's not Trump's station, Fox News. In fact, there's people on there like Shepard Smith can't stand him and is always talking about things that he's done, criticizing. Charles Quadhammer, who might call the intellectual Fox News. I remember during the election, during the campaign, after the first debate he had with Clinton, where he supposedly lost, and I don't really call them debates, but they're not debates in any kind of academic sense. But anyway, they asked Charles Quadhammer what Trump should do in his second debate. He says, well, as long... I can't even get this out. As long as he doesn't show up foaming at the mouth, he'll win. Quadhammer isn't too high on Trump. Geraldo Rivera goes on there on weekends and all. He loves Trump personally, but he's always criticizing him, things he's done. Geraldo was one of the biggest critics about the wall. Proposed wall. Neil Cavuto, I don't know what he did to piss off Trump. Trump won't even show up on his show on Fox. And Dana Perino, George Bush's press secretary, she didn't vote for him. She says it all the time. She didn't vote for either one of them, Clinton or him. So there's your fair and balance. I mean, these people are unbelievable. But this thing last night, and the night before, the tragedy in Manchester, England, where those sons of bitches on MSNBC did not even cover it. They were busy covering the cover-up, the Russia collusion. They were saying shit about that tragedy in Manchester, England. And it caused Tucker Carlson to finally flip out last night. He basically called them all liars, said he's not going to believe anything they say anymore, even though he has friends over there, over on MSNBC. He said he can't take their word for anything. They're just so blinded with their hatred of Trump. What was you saying? No matter what he does, they criticize him?
Oh, yeah, no matter what happens, they'll criticize it.
Yeah, some political pundit on one of the New York channels or on radio said they're just sitting there with their resistance, attacking everything he does, hoping and praying for an impeachment, and somehow, miraculously, Hillary Clinton will come riding into the White House on her White Horse and become president because they just cannot stand the idea that she lost to him. It's utterly despicable. But the more they attack him, the closer I get to him. I used to say he's an asshole, I know, but he's our asshole. But they're bigger assholes, and they're a bunch of liars.
Well, just think about it. If she won against Donald Trump.
Yeah, which was no big deal.
And if she lost against Donald Trump. I mean, big deal.
You're right.
So they have to make something out of this.
You're right. No wonder they hate him. Donald Trump. But he's really doing great overseas. I mean, I can't believe that speech. First president of the United States to fly from Saudi Arabia right to Israel. And Bibi Netanyahu was there with his wife, Netanyahu, called him Bibi. He was beaming like a little kid at Christmas time, and rightfully so. So that's a few comments for today.